Have you ever felt embarrassed by a slip-up or a mistake, no matter how big or small? We've all been there. Some of us are more likely to admit it than others. And that's what differentiates confident leaders from less confident ones. Mistakes aren't something to be ashamed of. If we use them correctly, they can be tremendous learning opportunities for us and can actually boost our confidence. I've made a lot of mistakes in my lifetime, but each of those have taught me something about myself and others. There's one mistake that I really beat myself up over for longer than I should have. I was giving a land acknowledgement on a reserve not too far from my community, and for some reason, I used my home community's land acknowledgement rather than recognizing the nation in which I was on. It was an honest mistake, but the response I received was less than ideal. One council member made it very well known to me that I misinterpreted my land acknowledgement and that I should acknowledge where I am. I knew better than how I showed up that day, and I felt super embarrassed, especially in front of my colleagues. After my presentation, I apologized and owned my part, recognizing that what she said was right, and I would be sure to be extra mindful in the future. I felt that she may have forgiven me, but I wasn't sure because she gave me another reminder. Other council members told me not to worry about it and that they knew I meant well. That didn't mean that I took it well. I was still so ashamed. I would tell the story to many people that were close to me for months to come, and they told me that I was overthinking and not to worry about it. And eventually it landed as I engaged in reflective practice. So here's how to navigate mistakes. Number 1, own it. Admit the mistake or wrongdoing. This is the most important part. It takes courage to do this, so don't try to cast blame onto others. This demonstrates accountability and builds trust with others. And number 2, apologize. If you are in the wrong, apologize. This also builds trust and accountability and demonstrates that you are sincere about what happened and committed to doing it different next time. And number 3, receive the feedback. Actively listen to what they have to say. It may not all land or resonate with you, but take the time to receive without immediately responding. This will allow you to engage in reflection. Number 4, give yourself some grace. Mistakes happen, and they are all part of the learning process. Don't beat yourself up. When you are learning from your mistakes, you are less likely to repeat the same ones over and over again. That is growth. And number 5, reflect on the experience. What happened? Where did things go wrong? What could you do differently next time? You can do this through journaling, engaging in dialogue with somebody that you trust, or reflecting in your own mind. I would recommend writing things down as it helps your brain to process information in a different way, but again, it's about finding things that work for you. And number 6, have a follow-up conversation. This may or may not always be a necessary step, but if there's something else that you feel you need to follow up on, take the time to do so. But don't repeatedly apologize. That would not be a reason to continuously follow up with someone. And number 7, use all mistakes as learning opportunities. They are not something to be ashamed of. And lastly, number 8, it takes courage to engage in this process. The more courageous you are, the more confident you become. The council member actually came back to me months later and asked me to partner with them on an upcoming project that they wanted to work on. This response and reach out told me that I had another opportunity to prove myself and show up differently. And so I did. So let's normalize making mistakes and the lessons learned. Comment below and share one of your mistakes and the growth that came from it.